The MP7 is a high power, slow fire rate weapon, but usually those come with bad recoil, but the MP7 doesn't have too bad recoil. I think it's just upwards. You can easily counter that by putting it down. So when you have a high power, slow fire rate submachine gun, you still have to play it like a submachine gun, so you can't... If you had an assault rifle like that, you would sort of stay back behind cover and pick people off. But with a submachine gun you can't do that because the range drop-off is quite significant, and at long range the MP7 takes a lot of bullets to kill. So you still have to play like a submachine gun, but you have to alter your style a little bit because normally submachine guns are low power, fast fire rate with, well, a fairly decent amount of recoil. So the way I found that I had most success playing is, as I said, so aggressive, and whenever you encounter someone you strafe around them so that they start shooting you and then miss, because they don't expect you to strafe. Usually people don't strafe in the game, but be sure to aim down sight. So the class I'm building will be built around that. And also, before I do that, just with the game in the background, just pay attention to the way that I move whenever I see someone. I start strafing left or right depending on which one is better, and make sure that I outmaneuver them, and oftentimes they start shooting me and then they just start missing. So that's why this strategy is, playstyle is so effective, is because you get to shoot them whilst they can't, they usually miss you. The class that I recommend you go with is centered around the aim down sight, because every kill you do has to be aimed down sight, so you need an advantage in doing that. You need to be aggressive, and when you are aggressive, tactical grenades are pretty brutal, so that's why I'm going with lightweight, which allows you to run around faster and so on. Toughness, which is a very good perk, it reduces the amount of flinch that you get when you aim down sight and shoot. And one of the primary tactics that I suggested was that you strafe and shoot but initially get hit, and if you get flinched too much you may lose the gunfight because you just get behind and then the other guy just sprays down with hipfire or whatever. Semtex is always good. I'm not sure if I would go with Semtex or frag at this point, because frags let you place those grenades on the objectives very easily, and Semtex let you get people out of camping spots very easily. Concussion grenades are brutal in this game. I haven't really been hit by stun grenades yet, but concussion grenades are brutal, so concussion grenades are very good. Secondary, usually you shouldn't be using your secondary unless you run out of bullets, which sometimes happens. So the secondary, whatever, pistol, don't go with a launcher. I don't know if it weighs you down. I haven't tested that out too much yet, but pistol is the way to go. And then the attachments, I would go with two. One is the grip, which reduces the recoil that you have even further, and the other one is the stock, which lets you move around whilst aiming much easier. So there you go, that's how I would play the MP7, how I found that the MP7 worked best. So thank you for watching, and until next time.